Hello, my name is Kevin, and I will be introducing you to Growatt as a company, as well as our products and solutions. In this webinar, we hope you will be able to understand our international strengths, become familiar with our products and solutions, and establish a good connection with our company. We will be going over the history of Growatt and our growth over the years, the products and solutions that the team has created over the years, as well as backup solutions for retrofit applications and existing plants created throughout the world. Growatt was founded in 2010 and in the next year became China's #1 inverter export enterprise. Shortly after that in 2012, we became the #1 brand of string inverters in China and received the investment of Sequoia Capital. In 2013, our company received the certification of National High-Tech Enterprise, and to meet our global and fast expansion, we established subsidiaries in Australia, US, Germany, United Kingdoms, and Hong Kong. In 3 short years, Growatt and our products quickly became popular both internationally and domestically, and in 2016, we obtained more than 30% market share of household inverters and became China's #1 residential inverter provider for now. In 2017, our global shipment exceeded 1 million units, with the growing motto, based on the sale in the global PV inverter market in 2018, we received the market position of #3 of residential PV inverters by IHS Markit, behind SolarEdge and SMA. In 2019, we established a joint research center with China's Ministry of Science and Technology. This year, 2020, is Growatt's 10-year anniversary. We established new manufacturing centers of 20 gigawatt annual capacity to meet our business and growth requirements, and our global shipment has exceeded a record high number of 2.6 million units. Growatt's success still relies on our globalization layout. Growatt has established around 20 branch offices, warehouses, to guarantee the on-time delivery, provide professional local pre-sales and post-sales, and technical services for our global customers. We established many headquarters in Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, Latin America, and have quickly begun expanding to the US market with many more locations in the works. With the headquarters around the world, Growatt is quickly becoming a household name. Currently in the US, we have established a call center between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to service both the East and West Coast, with field engineers in Northern California, Southern California, Texas, and Florida. As Growatt expands in the US, our service department will quickly expand in order to meet the needs and demands of our customers, either through on-site supports, visits, or over the phone and email contact for troubleshooting and inquiry. Over the past decade, Growatt has achieved sustainable and fast growth. Especially within the past 5 years, Growatt has grown from shipping 1.6 gigawatts to over 10.5 gigawatts in 2020, even under the pressure of the pandemic and global shutdown. With the introduction of the XH series inverter in the US market, we expect to exceed these numbers and see increased year-over-year growth. In the past decade, we have shipped 2.6 million units to more than 100 countries worldwide, with a total capacity of 27 gigawatts. With our over 1,600 employees and their efforts, Growatt has been dedicated to technological and product innovations and invests heavily in research and development to further improve our products. The R&D team at Growatt has more than 400 professional engineers, and 10% of company revenue is invested in R&D each year. Due to the fast growth and team efforts, Growatt has become one of the global leaders in PV industry. According to the IHS Markit's latest reports, Growatt ranks top 3 globally as a residential inverter supplier. We are also top 5 of 3-phase string inverter exports and top 2 of storage hybrid inverter exports according to Wood Mackenzie. Growatt's great success relies on our focus in technology and product innovations. As mentioned before, we invest 10% of our revenue into R&D each year. The cumulative R&D investments in the past 5 years exceed $700 million US, and our cumulative annual growth revenue as high as 20%. Sustainable high investments in R&D provides technological breakthroughs that resulted in over 110 patents by Growatt engineers. As early as 2010, our 5000 TL model achieved the first A rating in Asia from Photon Labs, which is the most renowned third-party lab in Europe. In 2014, our 20K TL3-HE model achieved double A+ ratings by breaking the record for highest efficiency of up to 99.06%. In 2018, our flagship product Max Series ranked number 1 among the global competitors including Huawei, Sungrow, and SMA, and achieves the TÜV Rheinland Quality Award. In 2020, Growatt's smart home system GrowHome received the Smarter E Award from Germany, and a residential PV inverter, the MINXH series, won the PV Magazine Award. Growatt's success also relies on our advanced manufacturing capability. We own 200,000 square meters of manufacturing floor, with a 20 gigawatt annual capacity. These facilities are equipped with a fully automated production line with a strict quality control process that includes Growatt's 5 steps of high-quality management system. Now, we will begin to introduce one of our newest models of residential inverter, the MINXH-US series hybrid inverter. This inverter, with its sleek design and integrated transmitters, is new to the US market and is quickly gaining traction in the US solar industry. The XH series hybrid inverter is a flexible inverter with Growatt offering a wide range of power capabilities from 3 kilowatts to 11.4 kilowatts. These hybrid inverters are ready for DC couples and AC coupled systems and are integrated with an energy management software to support multiple EMS modes such as self-consumption, zero export, time of use, and off-grid modes. These inverters have built-in arc fault circuit interrupters for protection against short circuits, as well as built-in third-party RSD transmitters for compatibility with rapid shutdown systems. With our XH series inverters, all monitoring components are built in to allow Wi-Fi, LAN, or 4G communication for local and remote monitoring. Through our smart ShinePhone app, available on both iOS and Android, as well as our cloud-based server, users can monitor and adjust inverter status and settings locally or remotely. Lastly, despite the XH series' multitude of capabilities and capacities, these inverters have a lightweight design that only weigh 32.3 to 45.2 pounds depending on the power capacity. On this slide, you will be able to see the key specification for the XH inverter. This inverter's MPPT full power operating range is 50 volts to 550 volts to allow for greater flexibility in solar panel configurations. Depending on the capacity of the inverter, each unit will have 2 to 4 MPP trackers, with each tracker having 2 parallel inputs. Across the board, each inverter will have an efficiency of 97 to 98% to allow the most energy to be converted to usable AC energy for household needs. Additionally, you will be provided with other useful information such as the type of surge protection, dimensions, weight, and operating temperature to ensure that this inverter will fit in your system. Here, you will be able to see how Growatt's products are installed and integrated into a residential system. Rapid shutdown devices can be installed on each panel and communicate with the inverter's built-in transmitter to allow for module-level rapid shutdown. The solar power will feed into the XH inverter that will be the main centerpiece for communication and energy transfer between Growatt's Aero battery, auto transfer switch for backup, and home loads. The smart meter is an additional accessory with the XH inverter solution that will provide precise power measurements for grid export limiting and inverter monitoring. Growatt's XH inverter is integrated with the Tigo rapid shutdown transmitter that allows communication with their rapid shutdown devices. By this integrated transmitter, Growatt's XH inverter will be compatible with Tigo's TS-4, TS4A2F, and TS4AO models for one-stop shop for all of Tigo's module-level shutdown and rooftop projects. Growatt's Aero battery is compatible with Growatt's XH inverter to provide a large capacity battery bank and up to 5 kilowatts of backup power for residential systems. This lithium-ion battery with built-in BMS has a 90% depth of discharge and a max charge or discharge power of 5 kilowatts. This battery, similar to the XH inverter, allows for a flexible choice of battery capacity from 6.6 kilowatt hours to 19.8 kilowatt hours. This ground or wall-mounted battery will remain operational from 14 degrees Fahrenheit to 113 degrees Fahrenheit and will include a 10-year warranty or up to 6,000 cycles. Another battery model by Growatt is the ARK battery. This battery will allow for module additions of battery capacity up to 20.48 kilowatt hours. Each additional module will increase the battery bank's capacity by 2.56 kilowatt hours. These batteries will remain operational between 14 degrees Fahrenheit and 122 degrees Fahrenheit and will include a 10-year warranty or 6,000 cycles as well. Here, you will see how each ARK battery specifications change according to the number of modules attached to the battery. As you increase the number of battery modules, the maximum output power will increase as well as the energy capacity. Due to its modular and stackable design, customers will be able to increase their battery capacity without increasing the floor space in their PV system. The Growatt's ATS and Energy Meter are both needed if customers want to add a backup solution for their home or backup loads. The ATS, which stands for Auto Transfer Switch, will have a maximum continuous power of 5 kilowatts and be able to output both 120 volts or 240 volts split phase. The Energy Meter is needed to monitor power flow to home consumption and backfeed with higher accuracy and will support 2 current transformers to monitor the power flow through the main panel. This Energy Meter will support multiple EMS modes such as self-consumption, time of use, and off-grid modes. The ATS will be connected to both the grid and inverter backup port. Initially, when the grid is available, backup loads will be powered from the main panel, but in a blackout situation, the ATS will switch over to the connections of the backup inverter, allowing for continuous power to backup loads in all scenarios. Growatt's products will include cloud API integration with a dedicated server in the US for flexible integration with customers. This server will have 7 layers of encryption data, and our servers will have a 99% uptime. Through our servers, customers will have access to remote scheduling software for time of use settings and charge or discharge priority. The Smart App, or the ShinePhone app, is a mobile application available on iOS or Android platforms that allow customers to access their inverter status and settings either remotely or locally. Our XH inverter will include a built-in 4G or Wi-Fi component that allow customers to use the ShinePhone app to connect directly to the inverter for live inverter status and setting changes. With this app, customers will be able to receive notifications, diagnose, troubleshoot, as well as monitor their inverter status and generation. This app will also allow users to log into their server, account for remote inverter access, allowing customers to be able to view their inverter status, change settings, and monitor activity remotely without needing to be within the vicinity of the inverter. Through this mode, customers can monitor all their plants in one location, visually understand the power distribution between a utility, inverter, battery, and home loads, and create changes through a single application. Once the inverter is connected to the server, customers can access the inverter information either through using the ShinePhone or by accessing server through a browser or PC. From the slides, you can see the inverter statuses, history, generation, and settings that can be changed through all the browser. The server tracks and collects inverter status, battery information, and generation data day by day and graphs them neatly to allow customers a visual understanding of the inverter's operation. Through the server, customers will receive real-time monitoring, the capability to provide remote firmware updates, self-checks, energy management controls, and much more. In this section, we will discuss more in detail about Growatt's whole home backup solutions that allow customers consistent power output to their homes in blackout situations. Growatt's whole home backup solution, also known as the ATS, will require a 240 volt AC input from the grid and is able to provide 240 volt or 120 volt output. The switchover time will be less than 100 milliseconds, allowing for seamless transfer to backup power. Being only 20 inches long, 19 inches wide, and 6 inches tall, and only 46 pounds, this product will provide customers with a backup solution without taking much space. This product features an auto transfer switch with a lower than 100 millisecond switchover time, integrated energy meter to reduce components required, and 5 kilowatts of power for 120 volt loads and 5 kilowatt power for 240 loads. Additionally, this product supports and allows generator connections for an additional backup power supply. Here, you can view how our ATS will be fitted into the PV system for backup power. The ATS will be connected to the inverter, grid, and main panel to allow for backup power to your home loads. A generator can be added for an additional source of backup power. In primary operations, the ATS will draw power from the utility or inverter output to power the home loads, but in a backup situation, the ATS will switch over to the inverter's backup port to provide seamless power for home consumption. In applications where a third-party inverter is already installed, the ATS can be still retrofitted for backup applications. By installing the XH inverter and ATS in the following format, customers can still receive backup power to their home in cases of a blackout. Growatt has been supplying inverters and batteries to countries worldwide. In the next slides, you will see examples of Growatt's inverters in many countries and how it's used in many different applications. Here are Growatt's residential XH inverters installed in California, USA. This is a display of Growatt's XH inverters with Aero battery and ATS in Texas, USA. Here is Growatt's 5000 MTL, installed in 2010 side by side with Growatt's MIN TL series inverters installed 10 years later in Australia. In Brazil, a 5 kilowatt residential PV system is installed with Growatt's MIN 5000 TLX series inverter. This is a storage system with an SPA plus GBLI battery installed in South Australia. This is a purely off-grid 15 kilowatt grid storage system installed in South Africa with our SPF 5000 inverters. In Thailand, 100 kilowatt microgrid systems were installed in 15 bases of the Royal Thai Air Force. Here is 500 kilowatt rooftop system installed in the Netherlands with our champion product, the Max series. Here is another 1 megawatt rooftop system in Thailand utilizing 21 units of Growatt 40 kilowatt NS models. Here is another 1 megawatt rooftop system in the Netherlands utilizing the Max series inverter. A 1.2 megawatt rooftop project in Switzerland using Growatt's 40 kilowatt TL3 and 30 kilowatt TL3 series inverters. Here is a 2.5 megawatt rooftop project in China using the Max 60 kilowatt TL3 LV inverters. In the Maldives, a 3 megawatt solar farm is installed with our products. A 3 megawatt solar farm in Vietnam with the Max series. A 4 megawatt solar plant in China. A 5 megawatt ground solar plant in Ukraine with the Max series. A 5.5 megawatt solar plant in India. A 10 megawatt ground solar plant in China. A 90 megawatt ground solar plant in Thailand. A 100 megawatt hill solar plant in China. And lastly, a 127 megawatt ground solar plant in Thailand. That concludes the end of our webinar. Thank you for joining us, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact our US service team for further inquiry.